Oh, hi there. The time has finally come. After a whole year of planning, the Breezeway will now be inducted into the pantheon of tiki bars that have christened themselves with the quintessential non-tiki tiki mug. That's right, folks. After a year of development, working with our primary sponsor, Tiki Farm, the Breezeway will have its own rum barrel. And I created a cocktail specifically to go in the rum barrel. So we will learn how to make that cocktail. But first, dating all the way back to the 1940s, Don the Beachcomber was the first to showcase a rum barrel. After that, damn near everybody had to have a rum barrel. For example, the Aku Aku in Las Vegas with their barrel of rum. Of course, the Mai Kai in Fort Lauderdale with their barrel o' rum. Trader Vic had their own twist on the rum barrel with the rum keg. Dude, everybody's had their own version of a rum barrel. Tonga Hut, Smuggler's Cove, all kinds of places. So when Holden at Tiki Farm said, what do you want to do for the next tiki mug for Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour? I said, we have featured so many different types of glassware, like glassware that the cocktails were originally served in the 1940s to the 1960s. It would behoove me if we did not do a rum barrel. So my buddy, the art director at Tiki Farm, Tank, got to sketching. But first, let's start off the episode with the Breezeway Barrel recipe. Now, one of the hallmarks of a rum barrel is usually kind of heavy on the juice, usually lime, orange, and grapefruit juice, a blend of rums, and then usually it's just a combination of spices and syrups in order to create just a damn delicious cocktail. So I labored over this recipe with a bunch of different friends.
I've been playing around with this recipe for a while now. So you guys thought the last version of this drink was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They keep getting better for me.
Maybe this is the final version.
And finally, I came up with this, the Breezeway Barrel. And so with no further to-do, let's jump into this cocktail. We are going to cut an orange in half. Okay, so we will need 1 ounce of orange juice. Now this is my own recipe and I did labor over this thing. It's really hard to come up with a really great tasting cocktail. So there might be some ingredients in this that you are not necessarily familiar with or might be kind of hard to source, but everything is readily available. So I think you can order everything online, aside from the rums. One ounce of lime juice. Half an ounce of grapefruit juice. Okay, Passionola is one of those ingredients that may be tough to source, but I have it under good authority that Passionola, they are looking for a co-packer right now to start producing this stuff en masse. And it's just a great product. I wholly support this brand. I'm not getting any kickbacks or any money or anything like that. It's just a brand that, a couple of my friends are putting together and I think it's well worth mentioning. Let's do half an ounce of Passionola. Now, if you don't have this, you can substitute passion fruit syrup. It won't be the same, but it'll be fairly close. 3/4 ounce of honey syrup. Now this is just honey and water. To make it, you just combine honey and water and just over low heat, keep stirring until you get kind of this consistency. It's like runny honey. Runny honey. Half an ounce of Orgeat. Speaking of brands that I endorse and I support, Liquid Alchemist, there is a coupon code in the description below if you're interested in a little bit of a discount on Liquid Alchemist stuff. And 1/4 ounce of Falernum. Of course, we are going to be using the Breezeway blend by Hamilton Rum. 2 ounces of this. And 1 ounce of Hamilton Demerara. I prefer Hamilton Demerara, but any Demerara should do the job if you are in a pinch. 1 ounce of that. we will be doing 2 dashes of Angostura Bitters. Okay, now this is where we're gonna go and start adding the ice. We do have to add soda water, but we're gonna wait till the very end for that. Just go ahead and throw a couple scoops of ice in there. So this process here will add a little bit of air into the cocktail, make it light, refreshing, as well as combine all the ingredients. Try to keep it to about 8 seconds. And now, brand new from Tiki Farm and Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour, designed by my buddy Tank, the Breezeway Barrel. We do have these in 2 colors. Tonight we're gonna be making it in the dark red one. But before we do this, let's add 1 ounce of soda water to the mug. You can make this cocktail in something other than a Breezeway barrel, but I don't suggest it. At the end of this episode, these will be on sale. It's a limited edition, comes with a signed and numbered cocktail recipe card. Dude, I can't be more proud of this product. Okay, let's pour the drink in on top. Oh man, there we go. We're gonna add some more ice to Phil. Who's Phil? Yes. And then, let's garnish this thing real quick. The biggest mess of making cocktails is just missing your pour, getting gook all over the place. Tired of the mess in your kitchen every time you make cocktails? Sticky fruit juices, syrup spills, spent fruit shells, and shaker tins all add up to one thing: chaos. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. Introducing the ultimate solution for keeping your kitchen clean and organized while you mix up your favorite drinks, the Breezeway Bar Mat. The Breezeway Bar Mat is your kitchen's new best friend. Made from high-quality non-slip material, this bar mat is designed to catch every drop, drip, and splash. No more sticky counters, no more mess. Cleaning up has never been easier. Just rinse off the mat and it's ready to go for your next round of cocktails. The raised edge and textured surface keeps everything in place, from sticky syrups to juicy fruit shells. Whether you're shaking up a classic daiquiri or crafting a tiki masterpiece, the Breezeway Bar Mat is here to keep your kitchen spotless so you can focus on what you do best: making amazing cocktails. Get your Breezeway Bar Mat today and say goodbye to the kitchen messes for good, because a great cocktail deserves a clean workspace. Cheers to mess-free cocktail making with the Breezeway Bar Mat. Supplies are extremely limited. Order now. And here is the Breezeway Bar Mat. Dude, I wanted to create something that was simple, yet timeless. It reads the Breezeway in both directions, so not only can you enjoy my delightful little script font here, but so can your guest, customer, your friend. Check this out. Sometimes when these things are over-designed, there's too much stuff, and then drainage becomes an issue, slipping around becomes an issue. This is just like, this is purely a working man's mat, or working woman's mat. You know. We are going to thinly slice a piece of orange, and we are going to put this right in the back. Okay, let's get some mint, because Breezeway Cocktail Hour, we never skimp the mint, right? And we will do this just off, get out of there, to the side. Ooh, it's trying to overflow. Okay, and then let's grab some pineapple spiky things here. Then I'm gonna rinse these off real quick. Okay, here we go. Very nice. Okay, how's that look? Okay, we are gonna do a gigantic orchid. Dude, I had to buy a whole plant in order to get this orchid. And so it's like unnaturally large. It probably is gonna take up the whole drink. Oh, see, okay. So the cocktail is now overflowing, but it's overflowing onto the bar mat. And it's like no mess. Dude, it's already paying for itself. And then we're going to dust the whole thing with powdered sugar because that's what people do. Dude, look at that. And once again, none of the powdered sugar gets on your bar, just gets into the mat, and you can just rinse the mat off. All done. So right now the mat is in the store, the mugs are in the store. There's a limited edition of 250 of each colors, both of these guys. I do anticipate them selling out rather quickly. So if you're interested in one of these, get them while you can. The mats are extremely limited. I use this all the time in my kitchen now because I'm not always out here making cocktails. When I make cocktails for guests, it's usually in the kitchen, and it just was always a mess in the kitchen. Every time the night was over, I'd look at the counter and just go, oh, dude, what has happened here? But not anymore. And so, from Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour and Tiki Farm, this is the Breezeway Barrel. There's like a lot of stuff in here. Okay, first up, you get a lot of the fruit juices. I wanted to make sure this is a light, easy cocktail for people to enjoy. You get the Breezeway blend because there's 2 ounces of that, but the Demerara rum certainly stands out to help push a little bit of that rum flavor forward. I mean, there's hints of honey, there's hints of orgeat. It's a delicious cocktail, if I do say so for myself. God, it's hot in the Breezeway. I urge you guys to try to make this thing at home. You really do get a little bit of a hint at all of the flavors to this cocktail. It's like a little bit of the Passionola, a little bit of spice from the Falernum. I really do think it does a good job of highlighting all those flavors without anything really stepping on any one thing. Just a little bit of fizz, like a little bit of carbonation. I really do enjoy this cocktail. If you do make this cocktail at home, let me know in the comments below what you think of this cocktail. And if you want to learn more about the history of rum barrels and tiki, click on this link right here. Aloha.